obviously I'm not done buying gear. Now that we own a camera that does not have indies built into it like our big boy does, I needed an indie filter. So what we got here is a new ecosystem. We've got a new 2 to 5 and 6 to 9 that are like magnetic and designed to be like quickly snap into a lens. And then we've got adapters for all our lenses. And these are some new indie filters that allow you to control the filter in the back. I think it's called the polarizer, because previously when you screw on an indie, the polarizer may be facing this way or this way, but you're getting what you're getting when it's screwed in and you can't change it. So it's nice being able to adjust that, you know? This is what we're looking like. We've got our little army of lens caps. I guess the only downside is it adds a little bit of lip to some of these. We'll see if that's a problem or not. But it is pretty cool being able to just take a lens cap off, come over here, grab right there, take it off, pop that on. That's really nice. Every little thing that helps me go faster is huge, especially on the shoot tomorrow. It's gonna be a fast shoot. Hit it. Yeah, good job. Okay. A good video. Okay, turn it off. Yay! Good job. High five. Our location is in wine country in a small city called Ione, which is about an hour east of Sacramento, which means it's about 2.5 to 3 hour drive for me. And I was nervous about getting there late, so I left extra early. And I left so early that like halfway through my drive, I'm like, I think I'm gonna get there too early, where it's gonna be like kind of an inconvenience for them. So I stopped and grabbed myself a cup of coffee. It's so nice being on time. That coffee was in Stockton, and the rest of the ride was just gorgeous. Pulling up, this is the location. This used to be actually a plot of dirt, but the family built this from the ground up. They operated all the heavy equipment, installed pretty much everything you can see here, including all the wiring in the walls. So, pretty impressive to see in person. So we're planning to fly a drone from over there, across the water, all the way over here, straight into that building, all around. I need to figure out the flight path right now, though. I'm trying to figure out where to position myself, because we need to fly into that building, but we also want to fly across this lake and some vineyards that are back there. But with my FPV drone, I need a line of sight for my goggles. I need to be able to like point my antennas towards the drone. So I was thinking of going up there, and that would work for that distance. But then once we come here, the hills will be blocking me. So I'm trying to figure out where to position myself. This spot by this cool grave looking thing might actually work, because I have a decent line of sight down there, and then I have a decent line of sight here. That might not be too much blockage. Okay. I don't know how I missed this, but there's a little parking lot over here. I've got really good line of sight down there, and then the building right here. I could totally penetrate through that standing right here. So I'm gonna pop up the drone, do a test flight, see how it goes. This is how many charged batteries we brought for today. Here we go. Here's our first test. We're fully geared up. We're gonna fly the drone into this building. Starting over there, swoop over the water, fly into that building, fly around, fly out, and give it an exterior. We brought everything today. This is my first time rocking our new A/B cam setup with the FS7 and FX30. We're planning to shoot everything in S-Log 3, so it should be pretty easy to match them together. and still keep as much dynamic range as possible. The FS7 is just set up for interviews, and the FX30 is set up for B-roll. Let's do this thing. Now everything's kicking into gear. The event's happening. I'm getting some exterior shots. People are starting to show up. Parking lot's starting to get full. Not at capacity yet, but going good. It was really bright outside. I first used the 2 to 5 ND, but quickly had to switch to the 6 to 9 because it was so bright outside. I'm figuring out that it's a little clunky actually to use this ND system. It's not as smooth as I thought it would be, but the ND is super clear, and it's so good that I actually used it inside on most of my interior shots of these people, and it looked really, really good. Pretty much no color shift. The party really started taking off. Things started getting into full swing pretty quickly, and then there was just a million things to record at once. My client was really looking out for me though, and after a few hours of shooting, I still felt like I had a lot to do, but he just encouraged me to sit down and eat some food, and I'm really glad he did. Then it was time to get back to work. I was working a lot with this photographer named Evan. He's super talented and a really nice guy. He encouraged us to get some detail shots, and he helped me set up some really cool shots. So I appreciate him. Thank you, Evan. All right, we're about to take off.
Here we go.
I'm here with Shelly. She's watching on the screen here, and we're about to go.
Oh, right on the bag. That was sick.
That was like the sketchiest flight I've ever done. There were people in the flight path. I had to like accelerate to get over someone's head. It was insane. Take a look. What the heck? I'm very, very blessed man that I didn't hit anybody. We just went and got some more drone shots up those hills around the perimeter of the property, and yeah, we got some really good stuff. Now it's time to set up for some interviews. Originally going into this, our plan was to shoot interviews during the event because that way we could pull guests from the crowd and get their live reactions, which would have been cool. But by the time we got all the B-roll that we needed and did all the drone shots and started setting up for interviews, as you could see, the event had died down and everyone was going home. And this is why people hire bigger crews, because every little piece and thing that you're shooting takes time. So when you have a bigger crew, you can do more. Not a problem though. We're gonna make this situation work. So just reorganized things, moved that, moved this, so that way we could get the shot frame the way we want. It's looking like this. I wanted some of the mountain behind it, and I didn't want, but I wanted tables in the background too. So I've got the mountain in the middle, tables on the sides. I think this should work. Then we're gonna blast the 600D from the left side here, and I think this should work.
I can imbibe. It breathes, it changes, it grows. It's amazing from one year to the next. So you've got a full-bodied, nice mid-palate fruit, long, luscious finish wine.
Anytime I wanted more wine, they would just give it to me, and I just thought that was so nice. We ended up shooting a total of 3 interviews. This is how the other 2 ended up looking. It was about a little bit over an hour of interview footage. Check it out. You come in this room here. Oh, that's just walls. What? A secret room?
Oh, we should have taken all these off. I don't know why they're still on.
That's so cool.
So, wow, it's hot.
Wow. You have a little bunk area?
So this is going to be a wet bar. This is going to be a soundboard for
Really?
a recording studio.
Dang.
So all of the wiring in this whole venue is wired as a recording studio.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow. What can you see back here? Oh, and then you got the barn back here. That's so cool. Secret room? Everyone should build secret rooms.
Right?
Pushing my gear for me?
Uh-huh.
So nice of you.
Uh-huh.
Now we're gonna do some more drone work. They want some shots for brides who are thinking of using this venue. So we're gonna give it to them. I'm gonna flow in through the front, show the inside, show some of the different rooms, show what the venue looks like, and then fly out and show the beautiful view. We've got 2 batteries left. I've gone through all these. This means we've got 2 tries to get this right. And our client is gonna watch live on this monitor. I'm really, really happy with how this visually turned out. I feel like this is just a testament to how important time of day is. The time of day just made this venue pop. We just finished. There's a happy client walking away. We got it in the first take. There's the client driving away. He's happy. I'm happy. And I'm about ready to go home, but oh man, dude. Look at this. Look how nice that looks. The sun is low. It's such a nice look. I'm just gonna whip my gimbal out, capture this just real quick. I mean, look at that.
Waiting on the sun to rise.
Our family bought this property 20 years ago and started growing grapes out here. And my dad had a vision to grow grapes and to grow food and for our family.
Okay, now we're good to go. Really happy with how this FX30 is performing today. It's doing everything that I would want. I just needed a gimbal camera today, and this did perfect. Focal lengths were great, no problem in darker situations. The 2 different base ISOs it has are great. 800 and 2500 were super handy because indoors it was in this weird gray area where you needed some ND but not too much. So switching to the second base ISO was actually really helpful for indoors. But yeah, this is serving its purpose and really came in clutch on this shoot. I'm actually quite liking having a polarizer on here. Nice having a little extra control. See that? You can see the clouds. Now you can't. So it's kind of nice. But the only downside is it's kind of hard to shift the ND. You kind of need to leverage against something. It's hard to do with one hand when you're using the gimbal. You really need like 2 hands. Let me see if I can show you. You really need 2 hands because this just twists the polarizer. So that's the only downside. It's a little difficult to switch the ND, but the polarizer is nice. And at moments, this kind of magneticness is nice, and to be able to just pop it off and on. But at other moments, it's kind of inconvenient. So it's interesting. It's not perfect. So I'm finding that with most pieces of equipment I buy, they're not perfect, but it does a good job. ND looks pretty clean. So peaceful out here. There's little cows in the distance. This was a great shoot. It was a long day, but with good people, and I really enjoyed it. If you remember from a past video of mine, I got this shoot because I stayed late on another shoot and just mingled, made friends. I made friends with this guy who happens to be one of the owners of this place. And so he brought me out for this shoot. One thing that really won me over was hearing the story of this place and how the family has literally all put their everything into this, like all their life savings and everything into making this place work. And so these videos matter. These videos are gonna help them get that money back and help them just be able to make a living. So it's really cool. It like puts some honest weight on my shoulders, like good weight, that like this matters, and like making good videos for these people will help them. And so that's really cool, and they're so appreciative and such good people to work with. I loved it. Love working with people like that. So today was a good day, and their wine is phenomenal. I don't usually like wine, but their wine was so good, and they grow it themselves. So anyways, today's been a good day. Thanks for hanging with me. And if you live nearby me, you're in the Bay Area or California, you want to hang out, you want to connect, let's make it happen. Let's do it. The whole point of this channel is to connect with other people and just grow our network and grow our opportunities so we can keep doing cool shoots like this. All right, I love you guys. Hope you have an awesome day. See ya.